Good morning, YouTube. Welcome so much to my channel. My name is Christy and I am a backyard gardener here in North Texas. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. If this is not your first time joining me, welcome back. Today, I'm giving you guys a bonus video because I hit sort of an important... Sorry, the dog is click-clacking down the hall. I hit sort of an important milestone for my own personal goals as far as being consistent goes, and I have hit 50 videos published onto YouTube. That is including shorts. So in today's video, this bonus video, I wanted to tell you 10 random things about me. Let's go ahead and get started. I am a mom to 3 wildly beautiful, wonderful, intelligent, creative, crazy, amazing children. I became a mom at the age of 20. My oldest child is in his 2nd year of college and he is 19. He hasn't been in any of my videos. He doesn't live with me, but he's my firstborn and he's my baby. And then my other 2 children are 9 and 8, and you'll often see them in my videos. Logan is my 9-year-old and Lily is my youngest at 8. I fell in love with my husband Jake 13 years ago when I heard him sing Suspicious Minds, and I have loved him more every single day ever since then. We have been married for 10 years, and I really just can't wait to see what the future holds for us, and I thank God for creating him just for me every single day. I actually learned how to garden from my papa, and I learned how to can and preserve food from my nanny. Summers were spent growing, harvesting, and preserving tomatoes and peppers and okras and squashes, and you know, we used to harvest these things by the wheelbarrow full and push that wheelbarrow across the field to my grandparents' house and get everything turned into salsa or frozen okra for frying or whatever. So anytime I'm out here, I really think about everything that I learned from them, and I am so grateful that I had that as part of my childhood. The land that my house sits on actually used to be a pretty big farm, and my papa actually worked on this farm that used to be here whenever he was a child, or not like child, but whenever he was an early teenager through his teenage years. He would be out here during the summers picking cotton and okra, and I did not know that whenever we bought this house. We found out whenever I showed him the location of our house on a map. Another thing about me is that I actually have 3 college degrees. My first one is in culinary arts that I received in 2012, shortly before my husband Jake and I got married. I used to work in the pastry part of a couple of restaurants, and I only left that because after I got pregnant with Lily, a hip issue that I was born with was just super exaggerated, and it was very, very painful for me to be able to stand for that long at a time. So after she was born, I kind of had to reassess what I could do for a living, and then I settled on data analytics because it's supposed to be, you know, friendly for you to be able to have a family and spend time outside of work and all of those things. So in 2019, I received my bachelor's degree in data analytics, and I actually spoke at that college graduation. And then I received my master's in 2021, right after the really big ice storm that we had here in Texas. It was actually like the weekend after. I was watching the commencement ceremony from the inside of my greenhouse whenever I was cleaning it out. Another thing about me is that I love to read and I love to learn. I usually try to do a combination of reading something for fun and then something for knowledge, and then I have several books, like reference books for work, for gardening, for health, you name it. I probably have at least one reference book for it, and I am always taking notes whenever I'm reading something as far as the nonfiction stuff goes. That way I can refer back to it easily later. One thing about me, one other thing about me is that I tend to be perpetually optimistic, and while this can be good because it helps me see the good in every situation no matter what it is, it can also kind of hinder me because it prevents me from being realistic about things sometimes which, you know, can kind of hold you back in the garden, because it's all fine and dandy to be thinking I'm going to grow the biggest, greatest, most fantastic garden ever, but then whenever things start to fall apart, it's hard to be realistic about that and say, you know what, it's time to cut this plant down, or it's time to chalk this as a loss or whatever, because I'm always trying to find the good even in the bad. One other thing about me that most people actually don't know is that I love to do volunteer work. I used to be part of an organization here in the Metroplex called the Dallas Pinup Dolls, and the focus of that group is to do different types of charity work for veterans, homeless, domestic violence survivors, so many different causes that we helped, and it was one of my favorite things to do. I left that organization due to time constraints, but I do plan on doing more volunteering stuff on my own in the future outside of them. I am a big believer in from scratch cooking. Growing up, my grandparents lived right across the field from us, or down the hill depending on where we were living at the time, and my nanny would have dinner ready for my papa every single day except Fridays whenever he would get home from work, and there was always that family dinner time, and that's one thing that I try to do with my kids and my husband as well. Every night we have dinner as a family, even if it's something that I'm not cooking. I one day dream of owning a small farm, 3 to 4 acres, where I can have a farmhouse with a wraparound porch, a large garden, chickens and goats, and my husband can have his woodworking workshop with all the tools that he needs in order to do that, and he doesn't have to work his corporate job anymore. This is a dream that we both share, and we are working towards it every day with, you know, little goals around this house, and then, you know, our big goals, of course, for that long-term plan. Now, one bonus fact about me, my mom is my absolute hero. She has been through so much in her life, and she just continues to be strong and persevere through every circumstance that she faces. I know that she has just been such a big inspiration to me, and probably my sister too, to just keep swimming, in the words of Dory. Every single day I tell people that my mom is a saint, and I do believe it to be true. She has just been such a guiding force in mine and my sister's life, and I don't know what I would do without her. So there you have it. There are the 10 random facts about me plus the one bonus. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this extra bonus video for this week. I will have a new video on Thursday that will get back to the garden content. If you did like this video, please feel free to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll know whenever I upload any new videos. And until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Bye!